Hi guys, today we're cooking sticky date pudding with butterscotch sauce. Okay, as always, we start by washing our hands, making sure we got a clean apron on and removing any jewellery. Now we've got to check we've got all our ingredients. What we're going to do, we're going to do the pudding part first and then we're going to move on to the butterscotch sauce. So the ingredients for the pudding we need are 60 grams of margarine, third of a cup of sugar, third of a cup of self-raising flour, 100 grams of dates, 1 egg, bicarb soda, which was about a teaspoon of bicarb soda, some boiling water and some vanilla essence. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to need to chop up our dates. Okay, now make sure your dates are pitted dates. That means they haven't got any seeds in them. If you do have them with seeds, they just take a bit longer to prepare. You can seed them and then use them that way. Obviously, you'll need to remeasure. It'll be a bit more, obviously taking the seeds out, a bit more than 100 grams of dates with seeds in them. But it's easier just to get the ones without the seeds. Okay, just check on the pack. Very easy. They're always clearly marked whether they're pitted dates or non-pitted. Okay, dates actually come from a date palm. Okay, like a palm tree. And they sit at the top. And very popular in some areas, especially in Queensland, flying foxes. Okay, they love dates. And you'll often see flying foxes up in date trees. Like I said, especially in Queensland and areas like that where a lot of date palms are. Okay, so what we're going to do, just finish off chopping these very quickly. Okay, now you can leave them a bit chunkier if you wish. That way you'll get more chunks of dates in your date pudding. However, I like them a bit more, bit finer. So you're getting the date flavour without big chunks of date in your sticky date pudding. Okay, but it's up to you how fine you chop them. So what we're going to do now is sprinkle on the bicarb soda. Okay, and the boiling water. Okay, you're going to soak them now. Just make sure they're nice and soaked. All them dates are actually sitting in there. What will happen there is that'll rehydrate the dates a little bit and make it easier when we're going to mix it all in together. Okay, so what we're going to do is just wait 20 minutes until the dates are soaked, and we'll come back and we'll continue making our mixture. Okay, that's been about 20 minutes and the dates have started to sort of break down and they're going to be easier to incorporate into our mixture. Alright, while they've been soaking, what I've done is preheated the oven to about 190 degrees and I have lined a bar tin. Okay, don't have to do it in a bar tin, you can do it in a square tin. However, that's the way we normally do it. They make them easier to serve. It makes it a little bit easier to serve. Okay, the next thing we need to do is get onto our batter for our pudding. We first start by creaming our butter and sugar together. Okay, what we mean by creaming is we combine it together until it's almost like cream. Okay, usually it's a basis of a lot of cakes, how we start that. Okay. Okay, you don't have to use a hand mixer for this. You can use if you wish, you can use a stand mixer. Up to you. Okay. What we're going to do, combine these two together until we get the light, creamy mixture. Depending on how soft your butter is, it may take a little while to actually get this together. You can see now the butter's actually starting to come together now. Okay, it'll start in little pieces, then come together, and eventually it will look like cream. Okay, look like a whipped cream. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll come back when this butter and sugar has creamed. Okay, that's almost there now. Okay, you can see it almost resembles whipped cream. Okay, I'm going to take that off. Okay, so we're ready now to combine the egg into our mixture. Okay, normally we just crack that like that. A little bit of shell in there today. Take that one out. Okay, so the egg now goes in. Okay, and we incorporate that into the mixture. Now once we've incorporated the egg into the mixture, we no longer need the beater, okay, because we're just going to mix the rest of the ingredients in. Okay. So you notice on the recipe, after it says beat the egg in well, it'll say stir in. When a recipe says to stir something in, you're using something like a wooden spoon or a plate scraper like we are here to stir it in. Don't continue mixing with the beater because you may be incorporating too much air in and your recipe is not going to turn out the way that it states. For example, with this recipe, if you do keep beating the mixture, you'll end up with a cake and not a pudding. Now, a pudding is obviously different from a cake. It's a lot denser and therefore you don't want it light and fluffy, you want it really dense. Okay. So what I've done now, incorporated that flour in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is stir in the date mixture. Okay, and on top of that we'll put the vanilla essence. Okay, so we're combining all this in together. Okay. Okay, until it's well combined. Right, that's about ready now. And now we're going to put it into our thing tin, into our bar tin. Okay, just combining that in. Okay, getting that all in there. Okay, you can make a bigger batch. What I would do is just double the recipe. Okay, if you want to make more of the pudding. This makes about 4 serves. Okay, well, as it serves about 4 people. So if you want to feed a few more people, just double the mixture, triple the mixture, depending on how many people you are serving. That's going to go into the oven and I'll be back and we'll start making the sauce. Okay, the pudding's in the oven. Now we're ready to make the sauce. Sauce is pretty simple. We only need 3 ingredients. Okay, 3 ingredients we need is 100 grams of brown sugar, 50 grams of margarine or butter, okay, and about half a cup of cream. Okay, so we're going to start by mixing all these in together. Okay, the butter, the cream, and the brown sugar all go into the saucepan together. Okay, just move these over here. Okay, and we just combine. Okay, so what you're going to do is just mixing them until the butter dissolves and the sugar also dissolves into that mixture. Okay, very simple butterscotch sauce. Similar to the way we make caramel. Caramel, we got slightly different proportions of ingredients. Same 3 ingredients that go into make caramel. However, a little bit less butter. Okay, and a little bit more brown sugar. So we're just going to combine this. As you see, the butter's melting in. Okay, and as we're mixing, also that brown sugar is dissolving also. Just keep it moving, keep it stirring. Okay, until it is all dissolved. Okay. That now is pretty much done. Okay, you want it to be a sauce and not a caramel, so we're not going to boil it out we're not going to boil it too much. I will now just turn that down. Okay, actually take it off the heat here for a bit. Okay, and just calm that boiling down. Okay. Now we're going to leave that off to the side. Okay, we're going to come back when the pudding is done and we're going to put it all together. Okay, that's been in the oven now for about 25 minutes. What we're going to do now is pour some of the caramel sauce over the top, or butterscotch sauce over the top of that, and actually glaze it. What that'll do is give that pudding a nice shiny top. Okay, once that's over the top, just brush the rest of that sauce over the top, making sure that top is well coated. Okay, once we've done that, that goes back in the oven for about 5 minutes. That'll allow that caramel sauce to actually soak into the pudding and give it a nice glaze on top. We'll be back in 5 minutes when the pudding has been glazed. Okay, that's been in the oven now for about another 5 minutes. And you can see you've got a nice shiny glaze on the top of it. And now we're ready to serve. Okay, so we're going to portion this out. Okay, like I said, you make around about 4 portions per mix. What I've done is cut that into 4 portions, and we're going to get one of them out. Okay, now just going to try and get underneath the top. Okay, scoop him out, serve it over there. We're going to serve it with some ice cream. Okay, we'll grab the ice cream scoop. Okay, we've got 2 scoops of ice cream we're going to serve it with. Okay, just put that over to the side. Okay, just to finish it off, I'm going to pour some of that caramel sauce over the top. So there we go. Sticky date pudding with butterscotch sauce and ice cream. Enjoy. We'll see you next week.